and welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, we are back. It is a Thursday morning out here. As soon as I finish this video, I'm going to put on some pants, put on, my little work shirt, and I am gone. I need to head out to Academy. Shout out to Josh Pate for putting Academy out there, but I need to head out to Academy because I need to go and get some A&M gear. Yes, I'm behind. I'm always last minute. If you know me by now, you know I'm last minute. But when I get it, man. Trust me on that. But I need to, like I say, head out to Academy after this, and I need to go and get some things. But anywho, so college football week 1 is starting tonight. It is starting tonight, people. And who do we have? Who do we have here, man? Because I'm very excited. We all know Sam Houston and Texas A&M will play on Saturday. All right. I've already gave you a score prediction on that. I'm going to say it again. My score prediction is 52-3. Okay. It could go either way. They could score 10 points. They could score 13. But I'm going 52-3. All right. So anywho, let's keep going here. So, guys, St. Francis in Akron plays tonight. Of course, nobody is probably watching that game. It's going to be on ESPN 3. But West Virginia and Pittsburgh, they play at 7 o'clock, ESPN. It's a lot of people that's going to be tuned in to that game. I know that for sure. Pittsburgh is the 17th ranked team. Who am I going with? I'm going with West Virginia with winning this ball game. Nobody never knew this. I'm a huge JT Daniels fan. I can't wait to see the young man thrive somewhere finally. All right, I hate that he couldn't see the field at Georgia, but Stetson Bennett took that job all over. All right, so he has to come out, man. He has to prove some things. But I got West Virginia pulling out the upset down there in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a very hard game, but then again, he's going up against a quarterback that was behind him that took his job, Keaton Slovis. And then Keaton Slovis transferred out because Caleb Williams came to take his job. So, man, it's a whole lot of things going on there. Both of those guys are 2 California quarterbacks. It's crazy they ended up outside the state of California. One at Pittsburgh, one at West Virginia. Should be a very good ball game. Look out for JT to make a statement on that. All right. South Carolina State and UCF. They play tonight as well. 7 p.m. ESPN Plus. I will not be watching that game. I know that for sure. I have UCF. That's no question about it. If South Carolina State pulls out the upset, okay. LIU Post, I have no clue who that even is. And Toledo on ESPN 3. We're going with Toledo here. We already know that. Central Michigan and Oklahoma State, 7 o'clock on FS1. That should be a very interesting game. Oklahoma State is coming into this year ranked as the number 12 team. That should be pretty interesting. Okay? I don't know anybody on Central Michigan. But that Oklahoma State team, we're going to see what they can do without their defense coordinator that went down to Ohio State. All right? Should be a pretty good ball game. That's going to be a sleeper game because I know hardly anybody's going to watch it because all eyes will be on West Virginia and Pittsburgh. All right, let's keep going here. Ball State, Tennessee. Tennessee starts off week 1 officially. They're the first team that starts it off. All right, I have Tennessee winning this ball game by a long mile, probably about 35 points at least. But we'll see what old Hendon Hooker can do tonight, man. I have a feeling he's going to ball out in this game. All right, so I'm interested to see that. Bryant and FIU, ESPN 3. I'm going with FIU on that one. Don't know anybody on FIU, but I'm going with FIU. VMI. Don't know what that stands for. When I figure it out, I will tell you all. But in Wake Forest is 22nd ranked team. They play at 7:30 p.m. Wake Forest is going to be a very interesting team because their quarterback got hurt way early in the offseason. We're all interested to see what Wake Forest is going to do because he put up a high-powered offense. Just don't know if that's going to be the case this year, all right? So, got Wake Forest winning that one. Easy pick. Northern Illinois and Eastern Illinois, ESPN Plus. It's not going to be anybody watching this game except for the people in Illinois. I know that for sure. All right. Northern Illinois should win that game easily. If they do not, I don't know what happened. Alabama A&M and UAB. UAB should win that game handily. All right. Alabama A&M, they're not no pushover HBCU. I know that for sure. But they don't have Akil Glass anymore neither. All right. So UAB should be able to just boat race that game. All right. So Louisiana Tech and Mizzou. I did not know Mizzou was playing tonight. They play on ESPNU. We're all waiting to see what Luther Burden is going to do at that wide receiver position. That was another guy. That's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite wide receivers coming out in the 2022 class. He was in front of Evan Stewart. Luther Burden was the number 1 wide receiver. Evan Stewart was the number 2 wide receiver. I'm intrigued to see who's going to be the best when it's all said and done. All right, I'm very intrigued in that. Luther Burden, I'm a big Luther Burden fan. Like I said, that young man can catch the ball. He can catch the rock. Evan Stewart can as well. I'm intrigued to see those 2 young men. All right, let's keep on going here. Penn State and Purdue. This is the game that everybody really needs to watch. This comes on at 8 p.m. I will most likely be watching that game. I will watch West Virginia and Pittsburgh start off with. But I'm intrigued to see Penn State. I want to see what Penn State can do because Penn State has talent. Anybody who's thinking that Penn State doesn't have talent, I'm here to tell you now, that is a lie. Okay, get that out your head. Penn State has a lot of talent, and they can compete with the Ohio States and Michigans up there. Okay? So I'm intrigued to see that game. They play at Purdue. Purdue is known for giving out upsets. Let's see if they can. Let's see if they can pull out enough. New Mexico State and Minnesota, 9 p.m. Big Ten Network. It will not be a lot of eyes on this game. I'm intrigued to see what Minnesota is going to do, mainly because somebody else needs to come from out of the West already. Okay? We're tired of seeing Wisconsin, tired of seeing Iowa. And after that, man, I'm sorry, that's about it. It's just Wisconsin and Iowa, Northwestern. They come out there probably every 7 to 8 years or something like that. But I'm tired of seeing those 2 teams. Just like people are tired of seeing in the SEC, Alabama and Georgia coming from out of the, pack all the time. So I'm intrigued to see if Minnesota is going to really take it to them. Can this be their year to where they make it to the Big Ten title game and lose to Ohio State? Because whoever goes to that Big Ten title game, they will lose to Ohio State. That's no doubt about it. I'm picking Ohio State to win the Big Ten, just to let y'all know. Northern Arizona and Arizona State. Who's going to win that game? 10 p.m. Nobody's going to be watching it. probably a little bit of people in Arizona, but nobody's going to be watching that game. Herm Edwards, he should be gone after this season. I'm not going to lie to you. But we're just intrigued to see what the guy that transferred from Florida is going to go over there and do. Emory Jones. We're intrigued to see what Emory Jones is going to do under a new regime at Arizona State. All right, Portland State and San Jose State. This shouldn't even much be a game. San Jose State should win. Keep going. Cal Poly and Fresno State. Fresno State should win that game easily. All right, so that is all that I do have. And then we'll get ready for the Saturday games. One of my biggest upsets for Saturday. And I'm going through this right now, and I'm trying to look at it. I'm going to say this. Arkansas and Cincinnati plays. My biggest upset, and Arkansas is a damn good football team. Don't you misconstrue this. I think we see an upset here. I think we see Cincinnati walk into Arkansas and upset them by 3 points. That's my sleeper pick for this Saturday. Like I said, I believe we see Cincinnati walking there and upset Arkansas, man. I'm serious. I think they upset. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. I love all of you for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe to the show. and you click that like button and share. All right, love all of you. #GeekMates.